Laura here, just telling you about my experience with my carpal tunnel surgery that I had done on my right hand. I already previously had it done on my left hand, and you can see a little bit of scarring, not much though. He pretty much went right down the seam here and did about 7 or 8 stitches. Hand healed up really, really well. I mean, you can barely see a scar, just a little bit of the scarring from the stitches from where it's right along the seam here. And this hand, it was a different doctor. We had a move, and so I had a different doctor this time, and he was able to do it with just 3 stitches, so he didn't have to cut as far up into my palm. I did it awake again. This time it wasn't even in an OR with me awake. It was in a doctor's office with me awake, and so I was able to see everything. And every now and then he started out cutting through the skin. He'd say, "Hey, you want to see?" Went, looked, and see. And then he cut through the fascia, and he stuck in a device and would open up the area, go down a little bit further with the cut. And he's like, "Okay, I'm going to cut through the muscle right now. That'll heal up. It'll be fine." And then he took the clamp out, pushed it down further, clamped it back open even deeper, and then just worked his way down to where he was in to the tunnel area. Anytime I looked down, I was like, "Whoa, I didn't even know my wrist was that deep," because it was just literally a big old hole right here. But I can't feel anything because it was all numbed up, so no big deal. Then he switched to scissors instead of the scalpel because he got to the more delicate area where he needed to cut. And so he shoved the scissors in there, even went a little bit further up. I think he was a really good doctor. He strictly does hands. And so he's done so many of these that he's able to work in such a small area for an open carpal tunnel. And overall, very good job. I've already been moving these fingers around to try and get them loosened up. I had this done 3 days ago, so I'm able to move them around a little bit better now. My thumb, it's painful to move my thumb. I'm not quite there yet. He said if I hadn't gotten it done, I would have completely lost the muscle in my thumb. It was already starting to atrophy a bit because I did put it off. Last year was a really rough year, so I just wasn't able to get it done after I had this one done. So there was a delay, and I didn't have any more pain in these hands, but it's because they were this hand was completely numb. So I'm excited to soon have it all healed up. I took a week off work. I wouldn't have been able to take a week off with them coming up clear into the hand here. I'm glad I took off a lot more time with this hand. But since everything's pretty low right here, and I'm part-time for my work for here, so I'm just gonna go in after a week. I will be wearing my brace, and I wear this at night as well. And a very similar brace as to what I had last time, nice and stiff metal part right there to prevent the wrist from moving around. So I'll work 1 day, then I'll have the weekend off, then I'll work my 3 days, and then have my 4 days off. So, so if you have a very busy work schedule, or depending on what your occupation is, I move my hand around a lot for my job. I do ultrasound, and so it's going to be a rough first day coming back. I know I've already got 14 patients on the schedule, so it's going to be rough. So I'm going to be glad that I have the next few days off then after that. But if they cut up clear into here, you might want to take a little bit more than just a week off. So we'll see what happens. I can certainly let you guys know how that goes. Anyway, good luck with your surgeries. I hope everything goes well for you. And if you have any questions, just put them in the comments. Thank you. Bye.